When do we talk about the fucking shows and movies? Thanks for the F shot. I don't know, but these arms are feeling chewed up. Show me what you got. We'll drink it if you say.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wasted Opinions. We're doing our year-end review. This time we're talking about video games. We're gonna forego all the blurbs we usually put in here. That's those little things that we put under our names, just because we got like 4 videos back to back here. So we're gonna just forego that. But yeah, earlier this year, start of 2024, we went ahead and we made a list. You can go check it out. Things going to be up here, but you can go check it out. We did a list for each of us, 5 video games that we were all super excited about to get our hands on this year, that we were looking forward to. Now, time to pay the bills. We're going to see how that all paid out.
These were the hotly anticipated games.
I thought you meant that we're going to cash in all our revenues from this channel.
I wish we had any revenue.
That's on you, the viewers, all right?
Yeah.
Come on. Spread the word.
But I got a little question for you. What do you call it when you see a hot chick on a drummer's arm?
My wife.
Drummer's arm? Hey.
What?
I got nothing for you.
A tattoo.
Oh,
nice.
Are you insulting Craig's wife then?
Well,
So now, just because we're so prepared to organize, are you saying we're not doing our introductions of ourselves, Lou, or what?
We can do it. We're not putting this little blurb in, the little thing at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. That's too much homework.
Because what I want to do is each time you guys introduce yourselves for these videos, I got my stack of old Marvel cards, and I'm going to tell you which Marvel character you get.
Okay.
Now some of them are like,
instead, yeah.
Some of them are versus cards, so I'll just have to discard that. Some of them are like, shows you what the power rankings are. But let's see. Let's see what we all get each. All right.
Well, I'm LewisLightning. Let's see what I'm picking here.
You get it's that verse one. That was Thing versus Hulk. Captain America versus Baron Zemo.
They're all versus.
Great start here.
Versus Daredevil. Hold on. We'll get one.
Colossus. That's a sweet one.
Let's see. You got pretty good strength rating.
That's everything else is mid. It looks like
this is from the '92 Marvel.
Intelligence down all the way down.
Yeah, we'll go with the guy in the purple next. If you want to introduce yourself.
And I'm Holly Jolly, CountryBoy.
Or, damn it,
Wolverine. I saw I'm Wolverine. I'm Wolverine.
Yes, Ghostbuster, Wolverine, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher. Or, damn it, Excalibur.
What the fuck, dude?
All these versus ones. I need to pull from the other side.
Okay. Human Torch is pretty sweet too. Human Torch, yeah.
Night a bank loan.
I'll take it.
I should be reading the fun. These ones have fun facts.
It's got my name too, Johnny.
Fun fact about Johnny here: Johnny is a brilliant race car driver, mechanic, and automobile designer.
You did. That is me. That's basically me.
Yeah, that's basically what he does. So why don't you introduce yourself and pull for yourself?
I'm MussKeg, but most people know me as
Beast.
Most people know me as.
You suck at this.
Most people know me as.
The Red Skull.
Red Skull. Classic Nazi, just like Craig.
Because of my political beliefs. The Red Skull. Did you know that the Red Skull's hideous appearance was once only a mask, but is now permanent as a result of exposure to his own dust of death?
Oh my goodness.
Here's how many of these things Lou actually knows.
I've heard about the dust of death, but not about the mask. But yeah.
You guys ready?
You got your shots?
Here's guys.
Pure vodka.
Here's for the past 2024 video games.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking, by the way?
I got rum chata.
Got moose milk.
Oh, that's delicious.
Great vodka.
Here's the rum chata.
Look here.
I'm going through my cards while we do this, and I'm going to try and take out all the versus ones.
Yeah. Well, I'll go through my list first because that's just the way we went through them. And I'm going to say right off the bat that I know there was like the bottom two. I said I'm probably not going to play these two, but of everything coming out, this is what I was interested in. My number 5, I think it's the number 5 I think number 5 was on all our lists. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. So that thing got terrible reviews.
Terrible.
Even when like we were making our list at the start of the year, there was some rumors it might not be all that great. And
yeah, well, even the videos we'd seen were like, oh, it doesn't look like the kind of game we want to play, but
yeah,
maybe.
I mean the premise.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What was the style of game? Was it like the Marvels?
It's kind of like the Avengers game, kind of
Yeah.
like the Marvel's Avengers game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
basically like a looter shooter. You just run through like whatever these maps were, get the objective, and play it over and over, grind your way through.
If we just didn't need jobs and didn't have families to look after, we could all be streamers and play all these games that we want to play.
Yeah.
We could start a Patreon right now.
It's a shame because we're big fans of the Batman Arkham games that Rocksteady made. So that's kind of why we were interested in this game. But the fact that they did a completely different style of game and it did not look good.
It did not look like it had the same feel at all to those Batman Arkham
No.
games. Like this was completely different. Everyone just basically, I mean, some kind of gun for the most part. Harley Quinn had a gun.
Yeah.
What's the shooting guy? I'm trying to think who it was. Deadshot.
Boomerang? Deadshot, yeah.
Boomerang would have boomerangs.
Yeah. But like,
and I guess for me too, like I never watched any of the Suicide Squad movies, right? So I had even less of a.
Oh no, I watched.
You don't need to. It's not like you need to watch these movies to know what the premise is. It's pretty simple.
Well, here's a question. Oh yeah, okay. No, I answered my question myself.
But yeah, if you guys want to add any more, I'm sure you can put that in.
Yeah, it's all on our list, so we might say a little more.
So we don't have a whole lot to say, anyways.
That's what I was gonna get at. I was like, do we want to talk about? But this is good.
My number 4 was Princess Peach Showtime. I didn't end up getting that one either. It's for the Switch. From the reviews and stuff, it seemed like it was okay, but it was mostly for like. Was that?
Do you have a Switch?
Yeah, I have a Switch.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you got one or not. That was.
But yeah,
all got the Switches.
It sounded like it was like a more young player game, like for kids, like kids just starting playing games. So what it sounded like, it was too easy. So like, maybe I'll someday go and get it, but it just wasn't worth it for now.
It looked cute.
Yeah. Well, remember there was like a Kirby game that came out and we were all excited for, and then I think we rented it or something, and like CountryBoy, I think you rented it.
John rented it. I remember that because we were like, we don't really play this. You get to keep playing it, Lou.
I didn't rent it. I think I owned it. I think I got it for Christmas one year, and I actually owned that game. It was for the Wii.
But we played it and it was like, this is way too easy.
It was, yeah. It was a simplistic game.
So I'm going to say that's kind of the same with this Princess Peach game, what it looked like. Anyways, my number 3 did not come out. Maybe it'll be in my list for 2025, but Vampires Bloodlines: The Masquerade 2.
Stay tuned, people, for next year's video of what's to come.
TBD. Still waiting on this. Like, I don't know
what. How many years has this been on your list?
The
last 5?
3, at least 3. I think I might have changed it up one year, but
I think it was on mine at one point, and then I took it off.
So then I'll just skip to my number 2, Animal Well. So it was like a little indie game, like a dungeon crawling thing, and it was fun. I bought it and I played it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I got pretty far in it. But it's like it's very you figure it out as you go. They don't give you any instructions or anything like that. So you just got to like pick something up and be like, oh, this does this. How can I use it? And you figure out like how to do these puzzles throughout the dungeon, and then you progress through the game that way. So I got pretty far, but the puzzles were getting harder and harder. And then Star Wars Outlaws came out, and I was like, oh, I'm going to put this on hold and play Star Wars Outlaws.
Well, spoiler!
And then I haven't come back. And yeah, that would be my number 1. Star Wars Outlaws.
Number 1 was your number 1 pick for what you wanted to play, and okay, nice.
And I have it, and I'm basically done. I'm right before the end game of it, but I got whatchamacallit. It wasn't on my list. I got the Astrobot game, but I got that, and I tried to play it only to find my PlayStation's not going to be playing discs anymore. The
Yeah.
Blu-rays doesn't play that. So I was like, damn it. And then I just got
What?
kind of
Oh, because your disk drive screwed up?
yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
get a new disc drive.
Wait.
Oh,
So
really?
speaking of your disc drive, I know you got Dragon Age also on disc. That wasn't on your list though.
I don't think it was announced. Like I think they announced it early in
Oh.
the year.
Okay.
Like I knew it was like we knew it was coming sometime, but if it was going to be 2024
Yeah.
or not, then they just
Okay.
dropped it.
I don't think I had it on mine either. So
No.
Oh,
So-
okay. Yeah, we must not have known. Okay.
Which I have, but I can't play that either. So.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But yeah,
Sucks.
so once that happened, my system I kind of got like a little bit, and I kind of forgot about Outlaws. But it's your standard Ubisoft game. Like it's gonna feel a lot like Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs. If you played any of those kind of games, you get the feel of it. But Star Wars, obviously.
Yeah, and that's I do want to play Outlaws. I do want to play it, but I also don't know if I want to play a Ubisoft type because they're always so big. Those damn games, so big.
So many mixed messages about that game too. Like some people said they loved it. Some said that no. So a lot of mixed messages about that game.
I think a lot of the mixed messages are just like people like this is doing the same thing we've seen 100 times from Ubisoft, and that's what really they're upset about. Which I can't say it's wrong, but I mean I still enjoy that experience. So
the complaints I've seen were mostly for like the glitches and stuff, like doing stealth missions, and like absolutely none of the bad guys even see you, even though you're like walking like right in front of them, or like even like sometimes you like see like your main character's face and it's like really ugly, like for the lighting is wrong or something like that, and it just doesn't look good. That's the main the complaints that I've seen, not the actual gameplay or the actual story itself.
How was the story? Actually, that's a question. Like, how's the story?
The story's all right. Like, there's like two tiers to like the story, I guess. Like, there's one part where your character is like trying to like get her life together. Like, she's on her own. She's trying to just survive. But then like, there's also like you're building a crew. Like, you're getting set up for a big heist. You want to take down this guy. So that's like throughout the game, you're adding members to your team, which is kind of a cool concept. So like I got my team all together. We just got to do the heist. That's where I'm at in the game myself. So I would say overall it's an average game, like a 7 out of 10. So.
I mean, average would be 5 out of 10.
Well.
No. Average is basically a fail.
By definition of the math.
Well,
average would be 5 out of 10.
An average good game. They will say that.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah.
Because like 5 to me, when I say like 5 out of 10, that means it's playable.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of say for.
I got that.
Well, it depends on how you look at the averages, though.
You know, I'm a mathematician.
No, but look at how you do the averages, though. And if you're looking at averages, you're like the average game is a 7. So then you're saying that this is the average.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that argument. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what? I might have been. Damn it! I'm not a mathematician. I was talking more about the mean.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, is that the mean or the mode?
Means, yeah. So that's Lewis's games of 2024. Who's next in the list you had?
MussKeg was next. Do you know any of yours, or
get ready for me to talk forever?
Okay.
Talk our ears off.
You're gonna read them off yourself?
Yeah, I'll read them off. I got them right here. So my number 5 game of the year, or most anticipated, was Toxic Crusaders. Or Crusader. I'm not sure if it was plural or not. I have it written down as Crusader. Yeah. And I think one of the reasons I had it on here was I remember the Ninja Turtles game that came out last year that we kind of had fun playing. I mean,
yeah. Shredder's Revenge.
Which was honestly, let's be honest, that was just a fun game to sit down and play for one evening, essentially, with friends, because you can finish it in one evening. Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I saw Toxic Crusaders kind of being. And I still think it could be fun. I just, I never bought it and didn't really have dialogue with you guys about wanting to play it. So it just never.
If it goes on sale, I'd probably get it. I if it's as good as the Ninja Turtles game was, I'd totally play that. It looks fun as hell.
And I don't even know what it's out on. Like, I don't know if you can get it on PlayStation or if it's only Switch or if it's.
I'm assuming it's all on all platforms, is my guess.
So even then, I think I'd still play it. And so, hey, TBD on that one.
For me, I never.
just to piggyback off that one, the new recent game, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game that came out, is very similar to that as well too. I would totally play that game as well.
I want to play that game too. Want to know why?
What's your next game? What?
I'm a big fan of the voice actor who played the Green Ranger in that movie, and Goldar.
Oh, I don't know who played any of
An
it.
actor
Voices.
named James Willems, formerly of Funhouse.
Oh, that's gonna be like Troy Baker or something like that.
So when I play that game, I get to be the Green Ranger.
You do not get to be the Green Ranger. You're the
I
Black
get to be
Ranger
the-
because you said he's your favorite all the time. You get to be the
Yeah,
Black Ranger.
But I'm a bigger James Willems fan, so yeah.
I'm a big Green Ranger fan.
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to fight for it.
Okay, let's do I know you got to unlock the Green Ranger anyways too, because you start off with just the core 5.
AJ Locascio plays the Red Ranger. Little fun fact for you there as well.
Okay.
Number 4. So here's the deal. I've got it written on here, and I can even tell you, I probably only looked it up and read a little bit about it when I was coming up with this list last year.
1 year ago today, you probably looked it up.
1 year ago
as
today, I
we
looked
recorded.
up a game called Rise of the Ronin. And
yeah.
And it came
I
out.
remember it reminded you of like Ghost of Tsushima and like
it's still
what
might.
was
Who knows?
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, it still might.
Yeah.
Who knows? I have not played it. And I even had to check to see if it came out. It did. Back in March.
It did.
And obviously did
It
not
got
get
decent reviews, but not great.
not much hype. So
Yeah.
So we can just move on from Rise of the Ronin. Number 3, I had Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, as we talked about. I probably only had this one on there because of who the developer is, more so than anything.
Well, you're a big
same.
DC fan.
And so, I can tell you I probably never will play it at this point. Unless I
seeing as how they're shutting down the servers next month, no, you will not play it.
You need to be on a server?
They're shutting down the servers in January, they said.
All right, so I told you. Number 2, I had Star Wars Outlaws. This is a game maybe I still will play at some point, but because I love Star Wars games in general. I think most Star Wars games I played pretty good, but I Star Wars Outlaws look good. I just didn't have the time to get into it. A very common theme for most of the reasons why I don't get to play what I do play. And my number 1. I waited years for this game. You guys heard me talking about it. I was its biggest proponent. Skull and Bones finally came out, and I didn't play it. You didn't buy it.
Off the port bow.
Yep.
Yeah, you
But
didn't.
I blame it on you guys not getting it too, because I felt like it was a game that you'd want to play.
I was never getting it. I never.
Yeah.
I never heard that there was a story to it. It was always just like online battles.
Let's be fair. I mean, it's been taking so long to come out. Nothing that takes that long to come out is good. So, in general,
well, I don't know
one where
most
you
cases,
keep thinking it's going to be coming out and it keeps getting delayed. That never tends out to be too great.
Yeah, it's usually not as good as it initially would have been. Yeah.
I mean, I would have gotten it if there was more than just me and you playing it, but
why not? What's wrong with just me and you?
I want more of a team, not a couple.
Oh. Okay, so
I feel if it was like that Xbox game or the online Xbox game, I would have played. What the hell is that one called? Sea of Thieves. If it was more like that, I would have been more interested in something like that.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves with like more adult graphics would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's more what I was looking forward to, but it wasn't that at all.
So, anyways, there you go. My top 5 most games of the year. Didn't play one of them.
Well,
that's called pulling a MussKeg. Just so you guys know.
I can only beat you by 1 because I've played only literally 1 that's on my list coming up here. So,
why don't you tell us your list then?
My list here, number 5, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Whoa.
Best game of the year, as everybody knows. I don't think we need to say any more about it because we've already talked about it to death because it's so amazing.
Who you wanted to play if you played that?
Captain Boomerang is who I wanted to play as. I was actually excited to play as Captain Boomerang.
I'd be Captain Boomerang.
I wanted to be him.
You guys had to fight for it too.
Who would you?
Then after him, I probably would have been King Shark. I would have been my second pick.
I think I'll go. Now I'm testing my people I know.
Deadshot or Harley Quinn.
No, what's his name? He probably wasn't even in it. The
No, I just said the names.
Hangman. Wasn't there a guy that like died at the start of the first Suicide Squad really
Slipknot?
quick?
Slipknot.
Slipknot.
That's the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the movie. Yeah, this isn't connected
game?
to that.
But the games only had 4 characters, and then they added
Yeah.
the Joker as DLC later.
Oh, the Joker. I played Joker. That's who I'd be.
Okay, so you wouldn't play the game until we unlocked the Joker for you, and then you could.
That's about right.
Okay, so yeah, Suicide Squad to the Justice League didn't happen. This next one was actually a remaster, I guess, of an older game, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I don't even know if it came out. I have no idea if it came out or not. It's like it can be a 2-player game where you work together, or a single-player game where you use 2 joysticks.
Yeah.
And it's got a really heartwarming story to it about two brothers, and they go on this journey and all that stuff happens. But I've never actually played it, and I've always been interested in actually playing this game, but I have no idea even if it came out, and I lost it. I don't know if it's even going to be on my PlayStation ever.
It did come out. I know that when I was making up like this list for us to look at.
Yeah.
It came out in like February, but I gotta ask you, like, do you know if this was like a developer that you were already familiar with? Like, because it seems like It Takes Two or that No Way Out kind of game, and I thought maybe it was a similar developer with those ones.
I have no idea about the developer. I just know that this game got a lot of praise back when it came out, like 10, 12 years ago, whenever it first came out. And I was like, that's actually kind of an interesting idea, having you like have to work together to solve puzzles and stuff like that, which is, like you said, similar to It Takes Two and stuff like that. But yeah, I never got it, and maybe I will in the future. I don't know if I'm just feeling like I think it's a shorter game too, so that's always nice because I have no time to play fuck all.
They need to expand It Takes Two style games into It Takes Three. So we
could do 3-play. That would be good, actually.
They could just split fiction too, and like have like a half fantasy, half sci-fi thing too.
Or we just get back to Paladins.
Marvel's Rivals is out now, and that's the same idea, and everybody's playing that right now.
Ooh.
But what's
Just
your
saying.
number 3?
Number 3 was The Wolf Among Us 2, which is a game. You know what? I don't think this one. I don't think came out because I would have actually bought this one because I really enjoyed the first one. Same guys that made The Walking Dead. Telltale guys made The Walking Dead games where it's like kind of click adventure. Choose your own adventure. Things happen depending on what you do throughout the game. And this is very, those are great games. And I liked The Wolf Among Us, the very first one. So the fact that they were making a sequel, and it got a bunch of different fables, like it's got like the 3 little pigs, and it's got a werewolf, and it's got like Snow White, a whole bunch of different stuff in there. It's really cool. It's a really cool idea for. I know it's a comic book first, but they adapted that into this game, and to see a sequel, I would love to play the sequel when it comes out. So this next one is the only one on my list that I actually did play, Black Myth Wukong, and that game is probably my game of the year, I would say. It's like a blend basically between, I'd say, God of War and like a Soulsborne type game. It leans a little more into the Soulsborne than I care for, but it doesn't go too far. Like Bloodborne was like, I had to look up everything, every item I picked up. I had to look that up to see what the hell this did, what I had to do with it. Whereas this game, maybe half the items I pick up and I'm like, I don't know what this does. I gotta figure it out. But it's really cool. It's got fun combat. It's got really cool the visual style is great. Lots of boss fights. It's really full of boss fights, and it's about the Monkey King. So if you know about the Monkey King, it's like a sequel to the Monkey King stories, because you're like basically his he's like he died like years ago, and you're kind of like the resurgence of So that's what you're. So I don't know. I haven't played the whole game yet because my basement's flooded and I can't play all my games. So my PlayStation 5 is out of work right now.
I was gonna ask if you finished it or not, because I know I seen you start it, and then I was like, I never checked back in to see how far along you got with it.
I'm maybe halfway through it is my guess, but I'm really enjoying it. It is cool. It's got some really cool atmosphere to it. It's got some really cool characters. It's a beautiful game. It's really cool. Then the last pick that I have. Oh, sorry, right. What was that?
Well, because you mentioned that this is the only game on your list that you played, but I'm just interested because I know, like you said, this is your game of the year. I'm like, I know you played something else, but we'll finish your list first.
Yeah. So my last one is a game that didn't come out this year, and it's never had an announced date. It's Wolverine, Marvel's Wolverine. It's never been announced when it's coming out, but I just assume, they announced this game like 4 years ago. It's got to come out sometime soon. But still, there's still no announcement for when it's coming out, and that's my most highly anticipated game for the last 2 years at least.
Yeah.
Devils the Ducats.
I've
Yeah.
been like banking on it for next year, but they also
Yeah.
because that was right after Spider-Man 2, around the same time as Spider-Man 2 came out to play.
Yeah.
And then after that came out, everyone was saying they're doing a Venom game. And I was just like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit, so which is gonna be first?
And that would have taken its place if Venom came out and Wolverine didn't. That would have taken its place as my number one pick.
Yeah.
But that never happened either. So
Yeah, I haven't heard
Then what's
anything else.
going
I wonder if that was just a rumor.
yeah, I don't know.
So we went through our list now, but obviously there's other stuffs like I was mentioning that CountryBoy's played, and I'm sure MussKeg's played other things as well. So if you guys want to mention, we'll go in reverse order. So we'll start with CountryBoy.
Okay, so
Anything you
one
played?
game that I know a game that we all played for a couple months on end, which we loved the hell out of. We actually did a review for it on our channel. So check that out if you're watching this. Check out our review for Helldivers 2. Honestly, we all loved the hell out of that game. We sunk so many hours into that game, and then at one point I think summer came, and then we just all fell off because we were all just doing stuff in the summer, and we never went back. It just disappeared in our lives.
Weird. It's weird.
But it was so good. It was good.
Yeah,
It was good,
It
yeah.
had good comedy, fun times with friends. It had what I consider like just the right amount of challenge.
Yeah.
Just the right amount of challenge to it.
And then, sorry, I was going to say my other game, but you go ahead if you want to talk about it.
Well, I just want to say about Helldiver because I have it on mine as well. So if we were just chat about here, but like, I think the only thing that was limiting it was just the sheer like your drops were basically you were always picking the same things. Maybe a change here or there because
it became comfortable.
It wasn't like balanced well enough with everything amongst it.
Yeah, well, there is some new DLC that just came out for it too. So I mean, it's a good time to jump back in. They got some new enemies and stuff. So maybe we should get back into it. But I was going to mention one more game that I played this year. Lewis mentioned it already. He didn't get the chance to play it because he has it on disc and he can't play it on disc. But Astrobot, which wound up being Game Awards Game of the Year, which actually it surprises me, but it doesn't surprise me because it really is that good of a game. Like it is like classic Mario, I would say. It is like Mario 64. It is that good for real. But it's a PlayStation, and it's such a big homage to PlayStation games. Like if you played the one that came out for the PS5 for free, that was like a very small taste of what you could get. This is like a full expanded version of that, but like just so much more going for it. It's a really, really fun game.
I'll probably
and not just for kids. Like there's some challenge to it too.
Yeah. As soon as I get my system fixed, like I'll be playing that. I want to get into it, but just can't do anything right now.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Buying disc stuff, Lou. You got to start going to download only.
Yeah, well, I like having physical because once someone if they want to pull the license off the PlayStation Store, you don't have it anymore, even if you do download it.
I know. I thought about that the other day, but I also thought like if I ever did want to play one of those games that they somehow did that, I'd just find it used somewhere. Like most of the games, I wouldn't be like I need to replay that again. But that's a fair point. I guess so.
Yeah, Craig sucks. I guess.
I'll just ironic. Like I looked through the year. I actually got a decent amount of games in this year. Now, I worked through my backlog quite a bit, even though I still got a shit ton to do. Some ones I played just in order, not in order, sorry, but Guardians of the Galaxy. I finally played through that game that Lou got me. Lou got me, finished it. Yeah,
okay.
It was a great game. It was a fun game. I liked that. I just played it, and I said I'm not even going to try to like get everything. I'm just going to play through this game and do that. So it was good that way.
Did you like the music?
Music was great. Yep. So it was a good game, and the original soundtrack was really cool. So, the polygon like enemies near the end kind of got a little. I'm like, I don't know if I like this aesthetic, but I'm going to mention a couple of games that I replayed because I had sometimes I'm not upstairs with my PlayStation 5. I'm in the basement. So I replayed Dragon Age Inquisition in anticipation of Veilguard. Had just as much fun on that one the second time through. And it was good that I did it because it told me a lot more about the story that I'd forgotten completely. And I'm in the midst of replaying Red Dead Redemption 2, which is just damn good as well this time. I think I'd started it at the end of last year. I'm not even sure if I talked about it, but probably finished one of my top 3 games of the all time. I actually had a dream about this game last night. Baldur's Gate 3. I can't wait to play it again, and all that's stopping me is the fact that I've got other games I just need to get through.
You played it
I
a second time this year, you're saying?
No, I only played it once. I'm just saying I don't know if when we did this recording last year, if I'd
Oh,
started
okay.
playing it, so I talked about it
Okay.
or not. But incredible game. I played Jedi Survivor this year as well. Jedi Survivor rocks. I actually made
Yeah.
sure I platinum that one this time around. Helldivers we talked about, and now the current game I'm playing is Dragon Age Veilguard. So I'm in the midst of that right now. So, yeah.
Is it living up to expectations?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people complaining about the wokeness of it.
I don't care about that. That's not an issue for me. My biggest thing, without going into it too much, that I'm still not sure about is it feels more like Uncharted, if Uncharted was a Dragon Age game. In that it doesn't feel
So you're
like
saying I should play this game? Okay.
Yeah, you might actually like this one. It's not as RPG heavy, I'm finding.
Oh,
It's
you're
not as
speaking my language. You're saying all
it's
the right
not
words.
as the world is not nearly as big. And I guess maybe part of the issue is I'm coming straight out of Inquisition and going into this one. So, and another thing is I'm trying to pace myself because I don't want to rush through it. But I think sometimes when I do that, I also have the habit of I spend too much time away from the game, and then when I go to get back into it, it's starting to get better though. That's for sure. It just felt very railroady for the first
Okay.
little bit so far. But TBD.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll get into mine then. So I got like my trophy list here, so I know kind of what else I played. But Steven Universe Unleash the Light, which is like a little indie game, more for mobile, but they have it available on PlayStation, right? That's where I played it. It's fun. It's simple, like a mobile game is. Not really much more to say about that. I don't think it was good as I think Attack the Light was the other one, the one that came previously. Then I played Mafia, the original. They made it a definitive edition, so I played that, which is like a very down to the earth, like down to the basics GTA. So it's like an old school one, which is okay. Like I want to play through the whole series, right?
What system would it have been on? I know you have it on PC probably, right? But what system would it have been? Like PS2
I think I played.
era? Is that when it would have been?
Oh, Mafia. Yeah, I think it was PS2
Yeah,
era.
PS2 era. Okay.
I think this is like a PS4 version I was playing, but yeah.
Okay.
And then I started High on Life. So that was.
Oh yeah, I want to play that.
It is what they say, that it's just very basic. Like, yeah, sure, the comedy's there and whatever, but the gunplay there's not much to it. It's not super fun. Like, it's okay. It's just basic. But you're playing for the comedy bits, right?
Yeah.
And then
That Rick and Morty type comedy.
Yeah. The only other one I was able to play this year outside of my list was Dave the Diver, which I know I talked the ear off of everyone.
I heard that was great. I heard that was a fun game.
Yeah, I want to say it's more of like a collection of mini games, because you do a whole bunch of different stuff. There's like a cooking mini game because you run a sushi place, so you might be chopping up the sushi or serving people, and then there's a fishing part. But then you're gonna find, like, there's fish breeding. You have a store. There's a whole bunch of stuff to manage. A farm simulator. Like, there's so many assets of it. So it's super fun and stuff, and a little comedic as well. So I really enjoyed it. I got some DLC. There was like a Godzilla DLC, and then another game, Dredge, that I think I talked about last year. That has DLC for it as well. So I played the shit out of that game, and there's more DLC coming. Like, the Game Awards just announced more DLC. I don't know if I'll go back, but yeah, that's something else I played and I really enjoyed. To make a sequel, I'll be playing that. But
okay,
nice.
Sweet.
I've heard such good things, so maybe when I start my streaming career.
There's no time like the present.
Yeah, if only I played on a PC.
You could do Twitch
Why?
on.
Why does it matter?
I know you can do it. I know you can do it on anything, but it would my setup would just be atrocious. It'd be not good.
But yeah, so that was our wrap up of everything we were looking forward to in 2024 for video games. Let us know what you really enjoyed. What were your game of the years and stuff? You can put that down in the comments below. But we'd like to sign off here. So, guy in the purple, where can we find you at?
I'm CountryBoy_9, also CountryBoy9er on a bunch of different platforms, including right here on YouTube, where I unbox a bunch of toys. I don't have one with me right now, but that's what I do.
And then Oilers Jersey.
Yeah, I'm MussKeg. You can find my Twitch, Twitter, PSN, and TikTok. Although apparently it's going away in the States. Who knows?
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
TikTok. I think it's just certain states. I don't know if it's going to be every state, though.
yeah, who knows?
And I'm LewisLightning. I'm the LewisLightning on YouTube and on Twitch. You can find me there. Either watch my stuff recorded or watch the stuff I'm playing live. So yeah, you can check us out all those places and more. And yeah, we'll see you in the new year.
2025, here we come.